Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Turkish with me. We've just beaten Sheffield United 5-0 at the Emirates. The Blades got chopped up today, Turkish.
Oh, you've been writing a script, yeah? when did you write that one?
Just now in my head, man. Come on, we're trying, man.
Of course, you was in bed last night thinking of fucking quotes. Good one.
You like it, though?
Yeah, they got chopped up still.
They did. Listen, a great performance. We saw, hat tricks, a clean sheet from Arsenal, some skip trickery in there as well. What did you make of the game, firstly, Turkish?
I think it was a slowish start, but that's exactly what we had to do to Sheffield United. I thought it'd be 3-4. I thought it should be 3-4, and it ended up being 5. It was perfect. It was good for Eddie to get the hat trick because with Jesus out now, hopefully he can kick on.
Do you believe he will? Because obviously, you said on the match day live that we're looking at not just Newcastle. We need a whole season, but do we need a whole season? Do we see him come in whilst Jesus is out and step up and keep doing what he's done today?
No, but listen, he's our backup striker, right? So if Jesus is injured, we want him to step in and do his thing. The evidence suggests that he struggled in the past, but we're not in a period of transfers at the moment, so we have to make do with what we have. So it's good that he got the hat trick. Will he continue it? I hope he does. Fingers crossed he does, because that bodes better for Arsenal Football Club, and that bodes better for him. It bodes better for Arteta, who's trusted him a hell of a lot. So it was a beautiful hat-trick as well. I think all goals were very different. Poacher's one for the second, being in and around the 6-yard box, smashing it in the back of the net. The first touch was great. Puts it in front of him, buries it, and the third one was beautiful. The third one was something we haven't seen from Eddie before. People might say that's what a bit of confidence does. Well, hopefully that bit of confidence kind of follows through into next weekend, the weekend after that, because it does seem like we'll be back Jesus until at least after the international break. Yeah. So big up Eddie for the hat trick.
Okay, I know I don't want this fan cam to dominate being Eddie conversation. You just had that consistently in the match day live, but taking away from Arteta's power and going into the fan power. So would he be your number one choice as a backup going into the next couple of games we have, or would you still? Because I know before he was like, well, I'd like to see maybe Havertz up top or maybe a Trossard. Now would you still say, right, Eddie's this is it now? He has to be the number one choice up front.
No, what I said was Trossard is the one with the most quality out of the 3 options we have instead of Jesus. That still stands. Okay. I thought Havertz might be the best option today because I thought they might stifle us, long balls over the top, and his aerial ability might bode well. But Eddie got the nod. Cool. Eddie got the nod. He scores a hat trick. So I expect him to start at St. James Park.
Would you be doing that though? Consider choosing that.
Listen, if a player scores a hat trick for me, he starts the next game.
Okay, fair.
Full stop.
Fair.
I think you've got to give it to him. It's not necessarily just a hat trick alone. Even a couple of goals can do that. And our star striker's out, our main choice striker's out. So this is what you get paid for, to step up when the main guy's out. That's
very true. Do you see Arsenal's rhythm returning? Do you feel like, or do you think this is a bit of a game where it's definitely not? I don't want to say a free hit, but do you see this is listen? It's Arsenal against Sheffield. Sheffield have not won a game this season, and we have been unbeaten. So is it kind of you're not really taking it too much context into it? I know there'll be fans that, Eddie got a hat trick. There will be fans that say, come on, it's only Sheffield, or we win 5-0. You're not going to go around with your chest hanging out. You going on Big Six saying, we smoke. I know, because they'll laugh at you. So where are you at? Do you see Arsenal, getting back into that rhythm, or do you just think, let me wait and see?
Job done. That's how I see today. I mean, there's not much you can take from a home game against Sheffield United or a home game against Luton or a home game. There's certain teams at home you just expect to do the job. Yeah. And that's what we've done today. It was a big win, off the back of dropping points against Chelsea, because that's how I see it. Drop points against Chelsea, and I think that's doubled down upon now you see Brentford pick up all 3 at the Bridge. So it was important to bounce back. I think it was also important to bounce back emphatically. Yeah. I think goals, especially when you look at Newcastle's form recently, put Dortmund aside. And I know they're about to play Wolves, so, I don't know what's going to happen there. But they're scoring a hell of a lot of goals, 21 goals in the 4 games previous to the Dortmund one. They're free-flowing. They've got something about them. So coupled up with their defeat at home to Dortmund and us kind of, turning it up against Sevilla and now Sheffield United, things bode well for us. I mean, St. James Park is going to be a very difficult test. One of the most, I think, outside of Anfield and Etihad, I think St. James Park is probably the 3rd most difficult I predicted going into this season. Okay,
let me end with just asking you this. I know Eddie's going to steal headlines after this performance, but any other players that came in, say, obviously Arteta did rotate, that you were really impressed with, or something that you was like, okay, fair. Haven't seen him in a while, done really well.
Eddie was the man of the match, easily.
Yeah, of course.
Aside from him, I think everyone had a good game.
Yeah,
good game.
No one really jumps out.
Rice, he stood above the rest in midfield as usual, and probably expected today with Havertz and Emile Smith-Rowe teaming up. I think Emile Smith-Rowe was okay. Probably should have scored in the first half. I wanted him to score, but it wasn't to be. Havertz, still yet to see something from him that I'm, really hanging on to as some sort of hope. Saka, Martinelli, I think they were good. Overall, I think it was a good display from the majority, and the cutting edge was Eddie Nketiah.